What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are down at the shop and we are getting ready to epoxy coat the floor. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm moving all this stuff. I found a really good spot to lift the tire changer up with a hook from a tow strap. It was kind of weathered, so I cut the hook off of it and it's right there. So I'm gonna cut the other two off. They work actually really nice to lift stuff. So I'm probably gonna get all three of them off there, use them for those, repurposed old stuff. The strap was pretty much bad anyway. But now the tire machine, I can move it with the engine hoist. I can move this with the engine hoist. I can move pretty much everything. I probably could move the air compressor with the engine hoist as well. But I will replace the wheels with the poly wheels before I move everything back onto the new coated floor. And that will reduce the chances of messing the floor up after I coat it. So one subscriber said that the welder, the continuous switch over here, it wasn't on start or continuous, it was just on off. I tried it in every combination. It still doesn't work, so something happened to this thing. Not exactly sure what happened. I need to troubleshoot it, but today we are worried about the floor. If I could get the floor done, I could pretty much get the Hellcat in here. The parts are coming on Thursday, so once the parts are here, I can pretty much, you know, drive the car over here, put some trank fluid in, put coolant in it, drive it over I'll tow it over to Nissan, get an alignment on it, drive it then over here, and yeah, we'll have a Hellcat in the shop. But before the Hellcat comes in the shop needs to look pretty. So we'll get the shop and get this prime real estate fixed up. And this pile of just junk right here, Monday scrap day, I'll take all this stuff to the scrapyard. I'll load it up tonight, get it ready, get it to the scrapyard, make this stuff look 100 times better. Tonight we're gonna paint this yellow, and then tomorrow we'll come in and paint the floor once the floor is finally dry after etching it. So we have some stuff to do, but I think we'll be on track for pulling Hellcat in here on Thursday or Friday. So now what we need to do is move all these tools out of the way. I cleaned up, well, I put everything for scrap in the back of my truck, which was actually quite a bit. I didn't think it was that much. I need to put the 1/9 parts, I'll put them on that piece of wood for now, just to get them out of the way. But the back of the truck is just full of wire, aluminum, all kinds of stuff. I'll probably get $25 for that stuff too. I'm gonna move the diff and subframe right over here. This is all just boxes and stuff. It's all just trash. And you know, I'm just gonna get everything off here. Then it's time to clean the floors. So we're getting really close and making some good progress today. The floor is now etched, washed, and squeegeed, and tomorrow, once it dries, I can put the coats of epoxy on it, and it will look extremely nice. What I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, I'm gonna put poly wheels on the engine hoist so that thing doesn't scratch up the new floor. I need to go grab them, and I put all the tools off the floor, so once I coat it, I can move the press, tire machine over in this corner right here. I think that'll be a really good corner, and then I'll just clean up all this stuff. I still need to get slats of wood to finish those 2 shelves. That is why all that's up there is gas station signs, because there isn't any shelves. I also am gonna go grab some wood. I did grab some wood for the shelf sign, but it's too short. I need some 8-foot sections, so I'm gonna go exchange them for 8-foot and also do the shelf sign today. Just got back from the store. I think I have everything to do the shelf sign. What I got was 3 pieces of oak. They're like $50 a piece. The sign is getting kind of expensive, but I have the aluminum bar right there on top of that piece of wood. That is going to be the new supports because they have screws that go on the side. So that will be the support to hold the sign in place, the shell emblem in place. Then the pieces of oak, I have that piece of wood right there. I'm going to cut in 4 sections and go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to burn the oak with a propane torch that I have at my grandma's, and I'm going to go eat dinner with her in a second. But burn that, clear the wood, install the shell logo on it. I need to measure it. I just kind of roughed it out right there to see if I liked how long the wood was on each side, if I wanted to cut it or not. I think I'm going to leave it this length. It's 8 feet long, and I think that's like almost 2 feet tall. Then after I get that sign all done, I found different LEDs. I like them a little bit better because you can cut them and then you can solder leads onto them, so I can make the sign illuminate nice and even. I also got some wheels, some more poly wheels for some of the stuff around the shop, so the new floor won't get damaged. So I'm gonna put these 2 big ones on that engine or on the training table over there, and then these are gonna be modified for the engine hoist. And then, like I said, I have those. I also got these lights, but I didn't like how they looked. This is I just got a can of polyurethane because, I mean, I don't really feel like buying a whole gallon. And then I got some just screws and stuff, which should be good to go. So once I get back from dinner, we'll do this. We'll do the edge in yellow, and I may do a coat of white on here because I have 24 hours in between coats before it dries. So I could do a coat tonight because this stuff actually looks like it's drying pretty quickly. I didn't get it that wet, so I can get 1 coat of white down, come tomorrow and apply the second coat of white. And I may do exactly what I said before, is put a thick coat of white along on this side of this black and white checkered line, and then I could put the tire machine, the press, and then I could recoat the whole rest of the floor once everything else is out of the way, because I do have stuff piled around just trying to get everything, you know, done and get the floor coated, and it's hard just moving everything back and forth. So I also, like I said, I need to get rid of the pile of trash. Need to put those Conoco signs up there on top of the rack. I also need to get more wood for the racks and everything. But let's get this shell sign done after dinner. So let's head over to, my grandma loves Texas Roadhouse. Let's head over there, go eat some dinner with her, come back, get this stuff done, and continue with the progress. I applied 3 coats of the yellow on the curb, and it is taking a little bit longer than I was expecting to dry. So I'm not going to be able to get to the white floor epoxy tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. But what I'm going to do tonight is the shell signs. So since I have to wait for that to dry, I got a lighter, I got a torch, I got some wood, and I got some clear poly. All 3 pieces of oak are screwed together. Now I'm going to light up the propane torch and get this thing burnt, then poly clear it, and then let it sit overnight. Tomorrow I should be able to get the shell sign all sorted out, and then I'll figure out how I'm going to do the LEDs on it as well. The oak is now ready for the shell sign, and as you saw, I burned the wood. And what that does is it brings all this grain out. When you bring the grain out, it just makes it look kind of older, and it makes it look a lot nicer. So after I did that, I sprayed it with gloss poly. You can see that it is glossy. Tomorrow, this will be dry, so I can finish this sign tomorrow. Using the torch, you wanna do a nice, even flow back and forth, and you can kind of see the grain come out as you do it. Don't leave it in a spot too long if you try this, or it will burn the wood. Once you burn the wood, you have to resand it. It's a pain. So just do it right the first time. It's not very hard. Just keep moving. You'll be all right. You can see the grain come out as you move, and then just coat it with some poly. You can also stain it, but I would just recommend coating it with some gloss poly, satin poly, and it'll be good to go. So tomorrow, the shell sign is gonna move forward, and it will be a really nice addition to the shop and the gas station memorabilia. I really like the curb. It's nice and yellow. It just, you know, it's visible. That's kind of what I wanted. Tomorrow, once that's dry, I will epoxy the floor right here, and we should be good to go after that. Then I can put all the tools where they're supposed to be. So I'm gonna call that a night. That's gonna be the end of this video. And the shell sign is gonna look awesome. The floor is gonna look awesome. And the shop's gonna look awesome. So if you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, throw a comment below.